You open your eyes to a peaceful morning. No pain, no injury, no clear cause. But something's different. You sit up slowly. The room is quiet. The light filters through the curtains like it always does. Everything looks normal. But as you swing your legs over the side of the bed, your feet pause on the floor, and your legs hesitate not with pain, not with weakness, but with a strange stillness, as if they've become just slightly unfamiliar. You try to ignore it. You stand, carefully, walk slowly to the kitchen as you do every day. Nothing hurts, nothing fails. And yet, as you reach for a glass of water, your hand gives a faint tremble, just enough for you to feel it. No one else might notice, but you do. And quietly, a thought rises. What's happening to me? You've been doing your part. You eat your greens. You try to stay active. You avoid bad habits. You've been trying, really trying to age well. So why this? It's not illness. It's not fatigue. It's not even something you can explain in words. It's something quieter. You feel it when you rise from the couch and need a second to steady yourself. When the stairs take more effort than you remember. When you sit down just for a moment and end up staying there longer than you meant to. You tell yourself, I'm just tired today. But then tomorrow feels the same. And slowly, this quiet change becomes part of the background, the new normal. You're not imagining this, and you're not alone. Many older adults feel this same slow shift, but don't know how to describe it. It doesn't show up on scans. It doesn't come with a clear diagnosis, but it's real, and it has a name. Once you know what it is, you'll begin to understand why your body has felt different, why the strength you once counted on has grown quiet. And more importantly, you'll understand that this change is not permanent. It's not a sentence. It's a signal, because your strength hasn't vanished. It hasn't given up on you. It's simply waiting, waiting to be seen, waiting to be supported, waiting to return. And it all begins in a place you may not expect, not in a gym, not in a bottle, not in a clinic, but in your kitchen. The first step back to strength begins with what you feed your muscles. And the answer might be simpler than you think. That moment of hesitation, when your legs feel a step behind you. That gentle tremble in your hand when something once simple suddenly feels uncertain. You haven't lost your will. You haven't done anything wrong. And no, this isn't just getting lazy or slowing down. It's something real. And it has a name, sarcopenia. It's a long word, a quiet word, but one that explains so much of what you've been feeling. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle mass strength and coordination that often begins in your 40s and becomes more noticeable after 60. It doesn't hit suddenly. It doesn't arrive with pain. It doesn't announce itself. Instead, it whispers in the little pauses before standing, in the arm that tires too quickly, in the walk that used to feel automatic and now feels measured. The World Health Organization now recognizes sarcopenia as a medical condition, not a normal part of aging, but a genuine health concern that can be slowed, managed, and in many cases, reversed. Here's how it works. As we age, our body becomes less efficient at maintaining muscle tissue. We don't absorb protein as well. Hormones that once supported muscle growth begin to decline. And often, without even realizing it, we move less, We lift less. We challenge our muscles less. And slowly, the balance shifts. You're no longer building, you're losing. Not in dramatic ways, but in inches, in posture, in energy, in everyday strength. But here's the part most people never hear. Muscle is one of the most adaptable tissues in the human body. It doesn't care how old you are. It only cares whether you're feeding it what it needs. Even in your 60s, 70s, or 80s, your muscles are still listening, still capable of growing stronger, still able to respond if given the right tools. And no, those tools aren't locked behind a gym membership. You don't need to lift heavy weights or run miles. The real foundation begins far earlier with what's on your plate. Because food isn't just fuel, it's information. Every bite tells your muscles something, and the right foods, the ones nature designed to repair, protect, and strengthen, can send a message that says, we're not done yet. This isn't about chasing the past. It's about building a future one bite at a time. In the next section, we'll begin with 3 of the most powerful muscle rebuilding foods you've probably walked past 100 times in your grocery store. And we'll show you how each one quietly supports strength from the inside out. Because sarcopenia may be silent, but your body is ready to speak again. If your strength has been fading quietly, then let's begin rebuilding it just as gently. Not with pressure, not with guilt, but with nourishment, real food that speaks the language of your muscles. You don't need fancy supplements or exotic ingredients. Just quiet, powerful support from things already within reach. Let's begin with 3 of the most overlooked healers on your plate. 1. Quinoa, the complete protein grain. You might have walked past it on the shelf, a little bag filled with tiny pale seeds that don't look like much. But quinoa is more than it seems. It's one of the few plant-based complete proteins, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids, the very building blocks your body needs to repair and rebuild muscle. This makes quinoa incredibly valuable for older adults, especially if your digestion isn't as tolerant of heavy meats as it once was. But quinoa does more than just help you build. It also helps you sustain. It's rich in iron, which helps carry oxygen to your muscles, and magnesium, which supports flexibility, reduces cramping, and aids recovery. It's gentle on digestion, and its mild flavor blends with nearly anything. Try it warm as a rice replacement cold in a summer salad, or stirred into hearty soups. A single cup of cooked quinoa offers around 8 grams of protein plus fiber that helps you absorb more from every other bite you take. It's small, but it's mighty. And for your muscles, it's a whisper of strength waking up again. 2. Walnuts. Your anti-inflammation shield strength isn't just about building. Sometimes it's about protecting. As we grow older, chronic low-grade inflammation can quietly interfere with muscle repair, keeping your body in a cycle of slow loss and delayed healing. That's where walnuts shine. These simple wrinkled nuts are packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, which fights inflammation at a cellular level. They're also rich in vitamin E and polyphenols, natural antioxidants that protect your muscles from stress and damage. Even better, walnuts help lower cortisol, the hormone your body produces when under stress, which over time can quietly contribute to muscle breakdown. Just a small handful, around 1 ounce a day, added to oatmeal tossed into salads or eaten as a snack, can help your muscles stay in healing mode rather than survival mode. 3. Blueberries, tiny shields for tired muscles. You may think of them as a sweet treat, but blueberries are more like medicine in disguise. They're rich in anthocyanins, the deep blue pigment compounds that fight oxidative stress, a process that silently wears down muscle tissue, especially after movement. Blueberries also contain vitamin C, which supports collagen formation, keeping your joints, tendons, and muscles more flexible. And they're loaded with potassium, which supports healthy muscle contraction and reduces cramping. Fresh or frozen, they're easy to add to yogurt, oatmeal smoothies, or just eat by the handful. They may be small, but every bite protects what keeps you moving. 3 foods, no fads, no extremes, just quiet power, gently rebuilding what matters most. In the next part, we'll step into the nighttime hours and discover how your body continues to heal while you sleep, and how certain foods can help that process unfold even more deeply. While the world slows down, your body goes to work. Long after dinner is done, long after the lights are off, your muscles begin to heal. This is the quiet phase, the repair phase, a time when your body, if supported well, can begin restoring the strength that's been fading. But here's the thing, your muscles still need nourishment to do that work. You may be resting, but your recovery is wide awake. And that means what you eat before bed can either support the healing process or quietly delay it. Let's explore 3 foods that turn sleep into something far more powerful, a time of gentle rebuilding. 4. Flax seeds. Tiny seeds for deep recovery. They're easy to miss, but flax seeds are one of the most powerful allies your body has. These tiny seeds are rich in plant-based omega-3s, especially ALA, which helps reduce internal inflammation that may silently interfere with muscle repair. But flax seeds do even more. They're loaded with lignans antioxidant compounds that protect your muscle cells from long-term stress damage. And they're packed with both soluble and insoluble fiber, which help your digestive system absorb the protein and nutrients you eat throughout the day. Because even the best food doesn't matter if your body can't access its benefits. Tip: always grind flax seeds before eating. Whole seeds often pass through undigested. Stir a tablespoon into yogurt or smoothies. Sprinkle over oatmeal or mix them into baked goods. They won't change the taste, but over time, they'll change how your body heals. 5. Cottage cheese. Nighttime fuel for sleeping muscles. When you sleep, your body enters a fasting state. No new nutrients are coming in, unless you give it something slow and steady. That's what makes cottage cheese so valuable. It contains casein protein, a slow-digesting form of protein that releases amino acids into your bloodstream for hours as you sleep. It's like a soft, steady drip of nourishment that feeds your muscles all night long. Cottage cheese is also high in vitamin B12, which supports nerve health and muscle coordination. 2 things that quietly decline with age if left unchecked. Have a small bowl about 30-60 minutes before bed. Top it with flax or blueberries, and you've just created a nighttime recipe for recovery. 6. Greek yogurt. Gut health meets muscle strength. You may already enjoy it during the day, but Greek yogurt is also one of the best evening snacks for muscle support. It's rich in protein, including casein, but it also provides probiotics, beneficial bacteria that keep your digestive system balanced. And here's the connection. When your gut works well, your muscles can actually absorb more nutrition from the food you eat. Greek yogurt also offers calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D nutrients critical for both muscle and bone health. Choose plain, unsweetened versions. Top with flax seeds or fruit. Eat it as a light dinner, a bedtime snack, or both. While you rest, these nutrients work silently, and when morning comes, you don't just wake up refreshed, you wake up rebuilt. In the next part, we'll look at 3 more daytime foods that keep your strength steady from sunrise to sundown, so your body doesn't just heal, it keeps moving forward. While your muscles rebuild during the night, they're tested during the day. Getting dressed, stepping off a curb, lifting a grocery bag, bending to tie your shoes. These aren't workouts, they're life. And they all require muscle memory, stability, and energy. To stay strong not just at night, but every hour you're awake, your body needs steady support. Not a spike of strength, but a slow, reliable stream of fuel. Let's look at 3 foods that help keep you steady from morning's first step to evening's final stretch. 7. Fatty fish. Muscle activation in every bite. You've likely heard about omega-3s for heart health. But few people know that these fatty acids also help your muscles respond more efficiently to protein. That means the food you eat actually works better when omega-3s are present. Fatty fish, like salmon, sardines, mackerel, and tuna, are rich in EPA and DHA, the 2 most powerful forms of omega-3 fatty acids. They reduce chronic inflammation, which left unchecked quietly eats away at muscle. They support joint health, which affects your range of motion. And they deliver vitamin D, critical for bone strength and muscle coordination. Most importantly, they help your body use protein more effectively, so even your best efforts go further. Aim for 2-3 servings per week, grilled, baked, or steamed. Pair with leafy greens or quinoa for a complete muscle-nourishing meal. 8. Lean protein, the steady foundation. Muscle doesn't grow in extremes. It grows in consistency. And lean protein, like chicken, eggs, tofu, or lentils, is your daily opportunity to send a steady message to your muscles. You still matter. Protein gives your muscles what they need to rebuild after every movement, no matter how small. Here's the part many older adults don't realize. Your body becomes less efficient at processing protein as you age. So while your appetite might decrease, your need for quality protein actually increases. That's why it's essential to spread protein evenly throughout your day, about 15 to 20 grams per meal. This doesn't mean eating more, it means eating smarter. Eggs in the morning, chicken or lentils at lunch, fish or beans at dinner. A steady rhythm, a quiet commitment. That's how strength is preserved. 9. Beans and lentils. Affordable, powerful, and reliable. Sometimes the best muscle foods don't come from the fridge, but from the pantry. Beans and lentils are a powerful source of plant-based protein, iron, and complex carbs, perfect for long-lasting energy and muscle recovery. They're also rich in fiber, which helps regulate blood sugar, support digestion, and ensure your nutrients are actually absorbed. From chickpeas and black beans to red lentils and pinto beans, these foods are versatile, affordable, and deeply nourishing. Add them to stews, salads, or rice bowls. Enjoy them warm or chilled. Make them your own, because strength isn't built in sudden moments. It's built quietly through choices repeated with care. Now that you've met all 9 foods, you might be wondering, how do I put this all together? In the final part, we'll walk through a simple, full-day meal plan, a gentle, realistic guide to help you rebuild strength, one comforting meal at a time. You've now met 9 powerful foods, not new fads, not miracle pills, but quiet, nourishing companions that help your muscles rebuild slowly, steadily, naturally. But knowledge alone doesn't change your strength. Consistency does. And sometimes all you need is a clear, simple rhythm. Something to follow when energy is low, when motivation feels far, when you just need one good day to begin again. Let's walk through a full day of eating for strength, not perfection, not performance, but healing. Morning, gentle awakening. Start the day with Greek yogurt, topped with a handful of blueberries and a tablespoon of ground flax seeds. You're feeding your muscles probiotics for digestion, antioxidants for recovery, and omega-3s to calm inflammation. If you'd like more staying power, add a boiled egg or a piece of whole grain toast with nut butter. This isn't just breakfast. It's your first quiet yes to strength. Lunch. Midday. Power and protection. Build a warm bowl with quinoa topped with grilled chicken or lentils, a few greens, and a sprinkle of walnuts. This gives you a complete protein iron for oxygen flow and healthy fats to keep inflammation in check. It's simple, it's satisfying, and it tells your body we're building. Afternoon snack, sustained support. Try a small handful of walnuts and a few fresh blueberries or a hard-boiled egg with a slice of fruit. This isn't about eating more. It's about keeping your blood sugar steady and your muscle tissue fed throughout the day. Dinner. Deep nourishment. Enjoy baked salmon or sardines, a side of steamed vegetables and either quinoa or brown rice. This meal delivers omega-3s, vitamin D, complete protein, and minerals that help your body rest and rebuild. You don't need complexity. You need balance. And this is balance. Evening. A bowl of quiet recovery. Before bed, have a small bowl of cottage cheese sprinkled with ground flax seeds or a few spoonfuls of plain Greek yogurt with berries. The slow digesting protein will support your muscles through the night, while the fiber and B12 gently restore your system as you sleep. No pressure, just peace. In preparation for tomorrow. And tomorrow, you repeat, not perfectly, but intentionally, with gentleness, with love, with belief in what your body can still do. Because your strength didn't disappear, it simply grew quiet. And now, it's ready to rise again. If you've been feeling this too, not just weakness, but a quiet question rising inside you, then stay with us. Subscribe to Senior Fit, where growing older doesn't mean growing smaller. It means growing wiser, stronger, and still moving forward. This is your time. This is your strength. And it's just getting started.